than coaches who usually speak in nothingness. I mean, he'll tell you what's going on, and he'll tell you not necessarily what you want to hear, but he'll tell you what's going through his own mind.
Yeah, he's really, it's lucid. Like when he sits down and talks, he's not guarded. He's not, he's always respectful, but, he's not your typical guy who, and when things aren't going well, he's going to point the finger. And that's the type of leadership you need.
Is that a skill that coaches brag about, that they can use so many words to say absolutely nothing?
Oh, no doubt. In fact, my guy, the greatest of all time in my mind at BYU, Coach Rose, he used to say it all the time, less is more, Timmy. And he's like, it's a skill, though. You got to figure it out. But just remember, less is more.
Dabo Swinney's learning that lesson tonight.
Yeah, I think, at least in my vernacular, when a coach actually incites the other team via bulletin board fodder like this, and this one was just silly, but, he doubled down on it. He had an opportunity to back off it, and no, he doubled down. So from now on, that's going to be referred to as a Dabo.
A Dabo.
Yeah, he made a major Dabo right there.
Motivating the other team.
Highly motivating the other team via the use of bulletin board material.
Well, Donovan is not like that. He'll tell you. Not necessarily taking shots at the other team, obviously, but he'll tell you what's going on. I mean, last night's postgame from Donovan was really, it was sharp. I mean, it was, you could tell that he was bothered by the way he was playing. And again, we've mentioned this a couple times, but the way he reacted tonight, I mean, he didn't go off for 40, but he had a really nice game.
Yeah, and he did it in a way that I really think that, we talk about Booker, right? And again, Booker tonight with pedestrian numbers compared to what Devin Booker, I always want to call him Donovan Booker. Devin Booker does, but he's improving. The team's getting better, and he's found a way to, in the fourth quarter, and I believe that's what Don can do too. He did it against Oklahoma City. He made that big play down the stretch, but right now, the Jazz are there for not firing on all cylinders, Bojan being a big piece. You got to like the fact that they bounce back and get this win tonight and head out and try to, keep tacking wins on.
All right, we'll get to more coming up next. We'll have Coach LaCombe give us his final thoughts on this one, and we'll turn the page and move forward looking to San Antonio, a Sunday evening showdown. We'll talk about that coming up next. Want to remind you to go where love takes you in the all-new, completely redesigned 2020 Subaru Outback. Available now, Mark Miller Subaru, Utah's only negotiation-free Subaru retailer. More straight ahead here on your Jazz Radio Network.
This isn't a grilled cheese I'm making. It's a melty masterpiece that deserves a kitchen worthy of greatness.
Looks like my porch is full of packages again. It also looks like my compulsive buying needs to change to compulsive saving.
As I sit here on this couch, I decided to make some changes, starting with this couch.
I'd love to be looking out my window at a beautiful backyard instead of a brick wall. Time for a new house.
Whatever your passion, U.S. Bank can help turn it into your next pursuit. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jan. Thanks for calling Toyota.
I heard Toyotathon is on.
We've got great year-end deals on Camry, RAV4, Tundra, Highlander, and more. Do you hear that?
Yep, that's my mom. I'm home for the holidays, and she likes eavesdropping on my calls like she used to.
What was that again about year-end deals?
Mom.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Toyotathon is on now. Come in today. Tell your mom.
Toyotathon is on. Right now, get $1,000 cash back on the adventurous 2021 Toyota Tacoma or $1,000 cash back on the rugged 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places.
Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA excludes TRD Pro. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end January 4th, 2021.
To find the Toyota and offer that's best for you, visit your Utah Toyota dealer or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Bogdanovich corner, wide open, up.
Fanatics Authentic is your #1 source for authentic and licensed sports memorabilia and collectibles. You can own a piece of the game. Visit fanatics.authentic.com/UtahJazzGU to purchase Utah Jazz player game-worn jerseys, shorts, warm-ups, and more. That's right, game-worn gear. You can also pick up game-used nets, chairback covers, basketballs, and more. Visit fanatics.authentic.com/UtahJazzGU.
Forecasts are predicting a harsh winter this year. Consider eliminating cold spots from your home with the Carrier ductless system. As the name suggests, ductless systems give you control of your home's comfort without invasive ductwork, focusing on those hard-to-reach spaces that need it most. Don't let harsh winter weather push you around in your own home. Bring home versatile and efficient heating that's easier to install than standard ducted systems. Carrier ductless. Visit Carrier.com for more. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Do you have interior painting on your to-do list? Did you know that this is the best time of year to have interior painting done? Do you not know who to turn to? Call the Utah Jazz official partner, CertaPro Painters, today. They will deliver the same level of service and professionalism to you. CertaPro Painters are not only the biggest, they are also the best. Call 1-800-GO-CERTA or Google CertaPro Painters, that's Certa with a C. Let CertaPro Painters take care of all your painting needs, whether interior or exterior. CertaPro Painters, we do painting, you do life.
Did someone say ice cream? At Far Better Ice Cream, we refuse to be ordinary. After 100 years, we have become Utah's most preferred ice cream. Our rich history of ice cream has always been filled with the freshest ingredients and made with love from the Far family. Make sure to pick up Far Better Ice Cream at finer grocery stores across the state or have a scoop during the game. At Far Better Ice Cream, we refuse to be ordinary, and we will never settle for anything less than legendary. Far Better Ice Cream.
Join the team. Kids spend a lot of time sitting around both at school and at home, and Junior Jazz is a great way to get them moving. Help your child meet new friends, enhance their basketball skills, and most of all, have lots of fun. Junior Jazz is sponsored by Adidas, AT&T Sportsnet, America First Credit Union, Savage Companies, Subway, Toyota, and University of Utah Health. There's a spot waiting for your child, so visit juniorjazz.com today to find leagues in your community.
It's my honor to announce the 2023 All-Star Game will take place here in Salt Lake City.
The NBA's biggest show is coming to Utah, and we're getting ready. Our 2023 All-Star Celebration is proudly supported by the members of the Salt Lake All-Star Alliance, America First Credit Union, Coca-Cola, your local Ford dealerships, Nu Skin, Larry H. Miller dealerships, Mountain America Credit Union, Qualtrics, Toyota, University of Utah Health, Vivint, WCF Insurance, and Zions Bank.
Welcome to the brand new Sun River Villas, a new Sun River community, home to an 18-hole championship golf course, a lively, thriving social life, and multiple clubs and groups. Amenities include a beautiful new community center, swimming facility, and state-of-the-art pickleball courts, plus access to the Sun River Golf Club with resident rate discounts. The new Sun River Villas community offers the best of resort-style living, starting at only $269.9. Come experience the good life. Visit sunriver.com for more info.
Right side to O'Neal. Go and catch. Attacking. Kicks out to Donovan. Beverly closes. Donovan bounces it back to the corner. It's Mike Conley. Right corner. Three. It's perfect. Mike Conley with 29. The most he's ever scored as a Jazz man. And he puts the Jazz up by 6.
There you go, David Locke on the call. Your Play of the Game brought to you by Larry H. Miller Dealerships for service and sales and selection. LHMauto.com, driven by you. Jazz Game Night postgame show. Jake Scott, Tim will come with you. Jazz winners tonight, 106-100 postgame brought to you by our friends at Mark Miller Subaru, Utah's only negotiation-free Subaru retailer. The Jazz are now 3-2 on this young season and get their first win this year at Vivint Arena. Tim, I was beginning to think maybe we were the jinx. Maybe we were the problem there after 2 losses.
Yeah, I was too. And we're isolated up here on this 5th floor.
We are. In fact, more so than we thought we learned last game.
You know, the only other person we can blame is Alex over there, and he's just trying to work hard. So I'm with you. I'm glad we're not the jinx. He gets blamed for plenty.
The big story tonight, excuse me, Mike Conley, 33 points, 11 of 20 shooting, 7 of 14 from 3, also added 7 assists and 2 rebounds. And, you know, Tim, he's just, he was a difference maker tonight. He was a big-time player. You heard Derek Favors talk about it, and they needed that performance from Mike.
And I'm so genuinely happy for him. You know, it's there's just certain guys that you're drawn to, and I've always been a big Mike Conley fan from a distance because of the way he carries himself. Really what he did for the franchise in Memphis, and just feel like him coming in here last year. I thought it was going to click from the start, but it's nice to see it happen for him. It's nice to see it happen for the Jazz. As always, it's a battle to get everybody playing well at the same time. And the one thing you can take from this game is in a very short turnaround, the Jazz had a great scheme. The staff prepared the team well. And most importantly, the message is getting through because the Jazz looked, I see a lot of takes on Twitter tonight. They just made their shots. It's not the case. I would go to the wall with this take. Like the Jazz looked nothing like themselves last night offensively against the Suns. And tonight, it was way more of what we're accustomed to. And so you just got to take faith that, this staff knows what they're doing and these guys know how to do it. It's not a matter of an effort thing more per se. They figured out a way to be patient through all of that, pressure and physical play and get ultimately what they want to get at the end of the day.
The Clippers shot 38.8% from the field. Not terrific. 33 of 85. They were 39.4% from 3, 13 of 33. So not a great shooting performance from the Clippers, particularly from 2. How much can you credit the Jazz defense and specifically Rudy Gobert for helping the Clippers not shoot the ball so well?
I think it's a huge part of it. He affects so much around the rim. And tonight, the number of times there was one play where George beat his guy and threw it over the top of the backboard and it stuck up there, and that's what he does to you. We've all played with bigger guys, in our career, and you get in there and they just, they swarm you. But Rudy's not just big, he's really intelligent and he has a knack for just being, absolute pest and staying down and not fouling. And causing guys to do stuff they don't want to do.
I think it was the fourth quarter. I'm trying to remember where Paul George got that big offensive rebound and just walked it straight out. It was in the dribbled straight out. Didn't even think about going up.
Yeah, and because and to Favors' credit too. All night long, his effort's going to be great, and he's going to do all the little things to help you win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Derek Favors is the other big story tonight. Rudy Gobert, particularly in the third quarter, Rudy got in his fourth foul, had to go off the floor. Derek came in. He played 24 minutes tonight, 6 of 12 from the field, 14 points, 11 rebounds. And we talked about this earlier in the show, but I think it's worth repeating. Last year, whenever Rudy came off the floor, you held your breath because typically things did not go all that well. Rudy Gobert comes off the floor in the third quarter. The Jazz push a 9-point lead to a 19-point lead.
Yeah, and that just gives you cushion. You're able to rest a guy who's so vital to you. But two things happen. You have an anchor, and you can play the same way. I know there was a ton of discussion last year that with that second unit, the Jazz almost had to kind of play differently. With Favors, they can play the same. They can really focus on the exact same kind of game plan offensively, defensively, and that's, anything you can do to kind of take the guesswork out and stay consistent, that's going to bode well for you.
Some other stats tonight. Donovan Mitchell, 15 points, 6 of 14 shooting, 3 of 10 from 3. Rudy Gobert, 12 points, 9 rebounds, had a block and a steal. Rudy was 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from the line. Joe Ingles with a terrific game coming in off the bench. His best game of the year for sure. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 of 7 from the field. Just really had his overall game going very, very well. So just some highlights there. You get Mike Conley's best game of the year, Joe Ingles' best game of the year, Derek Favors' best game of the year, and you beat, at least coming into this game, the number 1 team in the West.
Yeah, and there are, like Locke said, you kind of look at the schedule and say, and kind of estimate what you think the Jazz will be. You don't think that they're going to go out on the road in game 1 and just absolutely destroy Portland, which they did, and they've had a couple hiccups here at home, but this was a meaningful win. This is a team. I don't think it's hyperbole to say they're the one of the 2 really elite teams. They've got 2 bell cows on that they can play through, and some real good role players. So that's a huge win for the Jazz, coming off of a difficult loss and then flipping around a night after and winning.
For the Clippers, Paul George had 25 points on 6 of 22 shooting. He did have, let's see, how many steals did Paul end up with? Six steals, 5 of which came in the first half. And Kawhi Leonard almost had a triple-double tonight, 20 points, 9 assists, and 16 rebounds. Kawhi, man, he is quietly really, really good.
Boardman gets paid. Jake.
I'll tell you what. No doubt about it. All right, Tim, hit us with a couple of final thoughts before we turn the page to the Spurs on Sunday.
Certainly encouraging, fans, Jazz fans, we live and die with wins and losses, and we get excited. But I think this is one, more importantly, it's kind of there was a waypoint last night. The Jazz did not look like themselves. And to flip it around in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours, to have the response that you got from Donovan tonight, I think, he could have really tried to force things tonight and take too many shots and put the Jazz in a tough spot, but trusted it and really was a catalyst to get the ball moving with his penetration. Got an opportunity now to jump on a plane, head to San Antonio and face a Spurs team that's 2-3. Kind of the usual suspects out there. DeRozan's there. DeJounte Murray, Patty Mills is still running around doing Patty Mills things. So it will be an interesting game. You know that the Spurs will be locked in and play really hard. But if the Jazz can continue to move the ball and play as well as they're playing defensively, they should be in a good spot with this one.
Want to say big thanks to Locke and Boone, doing a terrific job. Thanks to Alex Lundberg, executive producer of Jazz Game Night. And thank you, Tim. It's always great to see you, Coach.
Yep, good to hang with you, man. Happy New Year.
You too. Want to remind you to go where love takes you in the all-new, completely redesigned 2020 Subaru Outback, available now. Mark Miller Subaru, the official Subaru partner of the Utah Jazz. Learn more at markmillersubaru.com. We'll talk to you on Sunday when the Jazz take on the San Antonio Spurs, and you'll hear it all right here on the Jazz Radio Network.
A flying flag shows support, pride, and love for something you believe in. On Utah Jazz game days, share photos of your flying flag on social media using the hashtag #FlyTheNote. 10 lucky fans will receive a $250 gift card to the Utah Jazz team store, plus an autographed Utah Jazz item. Pick up your free flag while supplies last at the Draper Recreation Center, Clearfield Aquatic and Fitness Center, or St. George Recreation Center. Hashtag #FlyTheNote, presented by Zions Bank. Official rules apply.
Jazz Nation lives at the Gateway. Voted the best entertainment district in Salt Lake City and directly across from the Vivint Arena. Come down, eat, watch the games, have a drink, and have some fun at the Gateway while we cheer the Jazz on to victory. Visit atthegateway.com for full list of bars, restaurants, shopping, and entertainment venues, and follow us on social media, #@thegateway.
In Utah, there's a sense of we're all in this together. It's a philosophy of caring for others. From helping a stranger with their flat tire to welcoming a new family to the neighborhood. At University of Utah Health, we take care of Utah like Utahns take care of each other. Maybe that's why University of Utah Health is the most trusted healthcare in the state. There's only one you. Be treated that way. Learn more at uofuhealth.org.
Bogdanovich corner, wide open, up,
Fanatics Authentic is your #1 source for authentic and licensed sports memorabilia and collectibles. You can own a piece of the game. Visit fanaticsAuthentic.com/UtahJazzGU to purchase Utah Jazz player game-worn jerseys, shorts, warm-ups, and more. That's right, game-worn gear. You can also pick up game-used nets, chairback covers, basketballs, and more. Visit fanaticsAuthentic.com/UtahJazzGU.
With Les Olson IT backing you up, you'll be ready for whatever the game throws at you. From cutting-edge network security, data backups and support, to servers, document management, and advanced copiers, Les Olson is always in position and ready to clinch the win for your business. Visit lesolson.com/tech today. Les Olson Company, your office technology partner.
Les Olson Company.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. But this year, Driveways hosted some new traditions, like graduation parades and birthday parties.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Celebrate the season with the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Find exclusive offers on our most popular models with contactless delivery. Now through January 4th. See Larry H. Miller Lexus in Murray and Lexus of Linden.
You guys have heard me talk about the beautiful showrooms at Mountainland Kitchen and Bath for years now. You know that they can hook you up with your kitchen faucets, sinks, and appliances. They've got tubs, sinks, toilets, faucets for your bathroom too. But did you know that they can enhance your shower experience with steam? Their Mr. Steam systems help relieve stress, allergies, promote deep and restful sleep, cleans your skin, improves circulation, and even burns calories while you shower. Outside of a healthy diet and exercise, steam bathing is about the best thing that you can do for your body daily. Right now, Mountainland Kitchen and Bath will give you a $100 gift card when you purchase a Mr. Steam system for your home. Discover the difference a Mr. Steam experience can give you from Mountainland Kitchen and Bath. See their new showrooms in Spanish Fork or St. George. See your local Mountainland Kitchen or Bath showroom representative, or go online to mountainlandshowroom.com. That's mountainlandshowroom.com.
Home searching has improved with technology, yet many are left feeling overwhelmed with extensive information and seemingly endless options at their fingertips. Research has shown that while the majority of buyers begin their search online, they quickly turn to the assistance of a realtor to guide them through this complex and infrequent transaction. A realtor can help sort through the mountains of data to help locate, properly price, and close on the best home for you. The internet provides information, a realtor provides knowledge. Expert help doesn't cost, it saves. Hire a realtor.
America First Credit Union was founded with the dream of helping our members pursue theirs. So no matter what your goals are, how impossible your hopes seem, how out of reach your wishes feel, together we'll craft a plan to help you realize them. That's what being a member is all about. Because the most important dreams are yours, truly. Federally insured by NCUA.
No moment that looks too big for him. And that's where I want to see your composure. I want to see when things go bad, what happens? What do? You throw an interception. And then how do you come back from that?
Dan Patrick.
The Dan Patrick Show.
That's pretty much what we're doing here.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. It's The Big Show with Jake Scott and Gordon Monson. Weekdays from 2 to 7 on 97.5, 1280 The Zone and The Zone Sports Network.
Who's gonna win?
And all the reaction.
Believe it or not, I would take the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
NFL. Damn right. This is where you get the best NFL coverage on your radio. It's the NFL.
The beat.
On Fox Sports Radio. FS1. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. FS1.
Sardi and Plank hanging in and hanging out. Filling in, I guess is what I was trying to say. For our buddies Jason Smith and Mike Harmon here.
Feels like this is our Sunday show, you know what I mean?
It does. Only a lot more college football than we typically talk about.
Yeah.
Hey, our buddy Lou Riley hits up a great point. Guys, I think on the show last night, Bernie Fratto gave out his parlay, Notre Dame plus 19, Ohio State plus 7, easy money in retrospect. Yeah, he was all over the underdogs.
Money, yeah.
Okay, so here's how the show's going to roll the rest of the way. We're going to kick off next hour with all the post-game sound that we have. We're just going to unload from the locker room from both games today. We haven't really set a lot of time aside, Arnie. We've kind of sprinkled in some Alabama Notre Dame talk, but I mean, come on. We're live on the air during one of the, I don't want to say bigger upsets, but maybe one of the more shocking results. And not that Ohio State won tonight. That's not the surprise. I mean, they were a 7-point dog. That was a big number. There was a lot of people that were just thinking it was a slam dunk for Ohio State. But you always give a slam dunk for Clemson, excuse me. You always give Ohio State a chance because they've got Justin Fields and they're Ohio State. But the way that they won, I think, is the surprising part here tonight and how easy they made it look.
You know what's so funny is I look at this game and say, sure, it was an upset, but I'm not that surprised. Of course, we heard from Bernie, and we hear that, 74% of the teams that are favored by this much win. But can you imagine if Ohio State, who's about a 7.5 point underdog to Alabama, wins? We'd be calling that a monumental upset of all of proportions because it's Alabama, but yet the line's pretty much the same.
More Dabo Swinney, and we'll hear from him as our crew continues to gather the audio from the post game. Pretty smart. Grace Rayner reports, Dabo Swinney afterwards, quote, "Our guys were ready to play, and we were not the better team tonight. We got beat, period."
Well, they got 2 early touchdowns, so they were ready to play. He's right about that.
Dang, I wanted him to really go field tonight. I want to be the bad guy. All right, so that's coming up next hour. A couple of quick tweets before we get out of here in hour number 3, and we kick into the, as Arnie likes to say,
bonus hour. No, the power hour was this hour. It's the bonus hour next hour.
Okay. I apologize. Bonus hour.
Come on, get it right there.
Bill writes, "I'm looking forward to hearing what Dabo has to say about getting out-coached and his team outplayed by the 11th ranked team. Justin Fields was magnificent despite playing injured by an illegal hit early on, and people said Ohio State didn't belong in the playoffs." Well, can't argue with that.
Well, the 6 games is the only reason you're going to say that. I mean, what would it taken? 7, 8? You know, what would it taken? What would they have done to Michigan, by the way? Too bad we never got that game, huh?
Well, what would they have done? What would they have done to Michigan? Arnie, I think that we would not even be having a conversation about Jim Harbaugh.
They would have run Harbaugh to talk, yeah.
This wouldn't even be an issue where Jim Harbaugh even had an offer to probably consider from the University of Michigan or the way things would have gone. All right, a couple of other quick tweets here. I do like that. I like how the conversation after tonight does kind of lend itself to whether or not we should have expanded. My man, Eric Tibbetts writes, "I don't know if the playoffs need a shakeup